Okay, well, how can I use a blender and a range of yummy and maybe not so yummy foods to show why it's a really good idea to obey your parents? Because I know, we can hear it in the room. They're like, that's like, I don't want to listen to this. But I'm going to show you why it's awesome to listen to your parents, okay? All right, so I've got a couple of volunteers who are going to come and help me right now. Come on, volunteers, give them a cheer. All right, we've got Sandra and Ben who've agreed to help. All right, so we know that there are things that our parents ask us to do that we actually don't want to do. All right, we're not talking about when your parents say, would you like a chocolate biscuit? Here you go, you can have a chocolate biscuit, because we all want to do those things, don't we? But I'm talking about, let's say, for example, you are in the middle of an awesome game and your dad comes and says, Ben, Sandra, your room really needs tidying up. I need you to go and do that right now. Do you want to do that? No. But let's say, even though you don't want to, you know, okay, I need to do the right thing, thumbs up behaviour, and you go and do it. So that's like choosing something off my platter that you are going to do right now. You can take something. Oh, he's gone straight for the chocolate biscuit. What would you like, Sandra? Oh, she's gone for the apple. Well done. Okay, you can eat it. All right. How good is that? That's all right, isn't it? Yep. All right. And let's say you've been asked to tidy up after your pet, and your pet has had a tummy ache and it's made a mess. Do you want to do that? No way. But if you know that you need to help and you go and do it anyway, it's like going back and choosing something else that you're going to enjoy off that plate. That's super easy, isn't it? You could even take a drink of our lovely apple juice. So let's say you did the thing that Mum and Dad asked you to do. You can have a drink of your apple juice. Awesome. It's really good. It's really yummy, isn't it? No problem so far. All right. But what about when your parents ask you to do these things and you think, actually, I'll do that later. You think you're going to do it, but you just pop it away for later. And sometimes later doesn't happen. And I've got some delicious ham, which is great in a sandwich. We like eating ham, don't we? But, you know, when we hear what our parents ask us to do, delicious cheese, and we think, oh, not right now. I'll get into that later on. And we just keep doing that. We keep thinking we're going to get round to it, but we wait and we do it a little bit later. What about when your parents say, Sandra, Ben, did you brush your teeth? And you didn't brush your teeth, but you say, yes, I did. Totally did brush my teeth. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. Did you clean up your room like I asked you? Yep, totally did that. I'll just do it later. It's like adding those spinach leaves. Spinach leaves are not great anytime, but when we put them here, they're really, really not great. And best to last, what about when your parents ask you to do something and you spit the goo? Oh, I'm not doing that. That's not fair. You don't love me. Why do you always ask me to do everything? That's a bit like adding some delicious Vegemite, which is beautiful spread on toast, isn't it? And we add that all in. See, when we do those sorts of things, what sort of behaviour is that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs down behaviour. And you don't feel the consequences right at the time that you do it. It doesn't really sink in, does it? When you're actually in the middle of that You just think that it's all fair and reasonable. What am I going to do now? Has anybody guessed? You see, all those things, they taste good when you eat them when you're supposed to. But when we don't do the things that God asks us to do, and He does command us to obey our parents so that it might go well with you, when we don't do those things, it's a little bit like taking all of that delicious food and blending it up. All right, guys. All right. Oh, good or bad, guys? Bad. It's bad. It's like when you take those bad choices, they really, really don't taste good when you eat them all blended up. And that is exactly what it's like. So I want you to remember my blender trick. When your parents ask you to do something and you think, I'll do it later, or I'll just say I have and I won't bother, or I'm going to spit the goo and I'm going to get really upset with my parents, I want you to think about this. How much would you enjoy eating all that food blended up? All right. So there you go. It's a good idea to obey your parents.